Hello guys, NautoAisDx here, and this is going to be sort of a follow-up to my response to Alex on him buying on the Switch. But basically it's not about him, more of what's it different than the Wii U in the launch situation. And for that, I can say, as of right now, we still, it's like what, 3 weeks out since it was released. Right now, I can say the trick is you have to wait within at least 2 to 3 months to really see where the console is going to go for the direction. Was it really a bad launch with the Wii U? Well, it's hard to say. Believe it or not, since the system actually launched on the Wii U, believe it or not, it was also sold out, and they produced more than the Wii. They said, "Oh, people will like it. You can find a Nintendo in HD." So people actually bought the system. People bought the $300 one, the $350 one. But the bottom line is, yes, within that first week, I think within the first 2 weeks, it was actually sold out. They really, it was a bit hard to find one. However, like I said, the difference between the Switch and the Wii U on quantity during the first, weeks of launch is that they did produce a lot of Wii U. They wanted to say, hey, look, we're not going to have a deal. We're not going to have a problem. Oh, you can't get one at launch if you want one. But that wasn't the case because it didn't really sell well. Didn't really sell a lot. So they had to change their situation with the Switch. So basically, as Kirishima said, they purposely manufacture less than the Wii U because they really want to make sure, do people really want to switch? Do they not want to switch? And again, it's a new console, of course, like always. Common rule, you always want something that's new. A new toy came out, hey, whatever, there it is. It is what it is. There you go. So, first of all, yes, so the launch, I think both of them were the same in my opinion. It did sell well. It's just that, again, you have to understand that the Switch or the Wii U had more in quantity when it first launched versus the Switch. So, that's not the problem. Alright, so the second, as of right now, is 3 weeks. Is it hard to find a Wii U within 3 weeks? Well, I guess the irony part with the Wii U, the reason why, like I said, is that they produce more. But during Black Friday, from what I heard, a lot of people said there were a lot of white Wii U's. White one, the 8 gig. So the black one, yeah, I think that was sold out. Remember, the Switch, there was only one SKU, well, technically two, but it's just the color of the Joy-Con. Yeah, whether the gray one or the Neo, that's really up to you. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really benefit the game-wise. And like the other one has 8 gig versus 32 gig, so you tell me. However, so the SKU was sort of a little tricky there. But again, but towards the end, I think 4 to 5 weeks, that's when it started sort of a hint that, yes, it was easy to get a Wii U. Trust me, I did some random video, Wii U availability, and I got a whole mess of Wii U again and again and again. Will the same be with the Switch? Well, according to Kirishima, they're doubling on production. Wait, see until April. If you still can't get one in April, then we know people really wanted it. So right now in the beginning, there wasn't any problem. Because launch games say, same goes with the Wii U. There was Nintendo Land, Super Mario Brothers U. With the Switch, want to switch, Breath of the Wild. Also, you can get it for the Wii U, but if you don't have a Wii U, maybe. And there's some other decent third-party games. Again, that's fine. Excuse me. So, as of right now, the launch situation, I think they're almost the same to what it is. And you might say, well, it's hard to find. No, I mean, the Wii U in the beginning also was hard to find. You gotta wait until the keyword is within the 2 to 3 months later. That's when it will give you a hint. Are people buying the system? Are they buying the game? What's going on? So, but the point is, another thing they were saying, the Wii U sold really slow versus the Switch. So that's the key thing that what is way different. Launch the quantity, yeah, they're almost the same, but when it comes to selling, apparently, as of this recording, they are already close to 2 million. The Wii U took a very long time just to reach 1 million. So that's a bit different. So why is that? Well, one, you got better games on the Switch. Besides Breath of the Wild, because you got the Wii and the GameCube situation, same goes with the Wii U and Switch, you got Breath of the Wild. Two, some people do like buying one to Switch. They think it's a whole game. I don't really, it should be a packing game. Well, excuse me, whatever. But then there are other games. There was Bomberman. People was willing to play Bomberman. Snippercliffs. And the key difference between, I think I mentioned this before, the key difference between the Wii U and the Switch is indie games. When the Wii U first launched, there was hardly any indie games. The guy who was in charge of third-party relationship, especially with indie game, they didn't have that guy yet. In the Switch, they do. So that's a key thing. So will it reach 2 million by the end of March? I wouldn't be surprised, but that's a good sign, most definitely. But the key thing is within the 2 to 3 months later. So if we're in a situation with the Switch, let's see what happened by the end of June. Are people still buying the Switch? People are getting tired of the Switch. Are more developers going to support the Switch? I mean, there's already sort of a casualty on the Switch, which is Disney Afternoon Collection, a Disney game that developed by Capcom. They mentioned as of right now there is no Nintendo 3DS or Switch. They didn't say that they're not going to do it, but they just said as of right now it's PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. That could change. So the key word there is let's see what happened by the end of June. Because with what happened with the Switch, why it suddenly turned bad was by starting the end of February. So granted it is 3 months, like I said, 2 to 3 months. Well, this was probably more of, I guess 3 months. April, May, June. This one was December, January. But the end of February, that's when it became bad. And what was the bad thing with the Wii U? Starting with March, I think there was only one game from Nintendo, which is Lego City Hunters or City Heroes. Lego City Undercover. I can't remember the game. The Grand Theft Auto Lego game. Exclusive, was originally exclusive for the Wii U. Not anymore. Now it's multiplat. Is the last game they had until the beginning of June, which is Game & Wario. And that was basically the start of, oh my gosh, what's going on? And that is, Nintendo's biggest mistake was they did not anticipate the development of HD game. They, like a lot of people said, they were surprised, they didn't know, and they had to force delay a lot of their games. Like I said, at one point, Super Mario Luigi was supposed to be before summer, Game & Wario was supposed to be winter, Pikmin 3 was supposed to be sort of a post-launch, like 2 months after the launch of the Wii U. Again, a lot of this reports, they had to push it back because they didn't understand it. Different now with the Switch, they know HD. It's supposed to be powerful than the Wii U. Well, it's supposed to compete against the PS4 and the Xbox One. Unfortunately, people have said that the powers of the Switch, it's a bit lower than the base PS4 and the base Xbox One. So you gotta really bank on the portability, a console on the move. They gotta bank on that one. They gotta rely on that gimmick or feature, let's just say that. And if by 2 to 3 months, a lot of people don't give a hoot about playing anywhere with the console because the battery dies so fast. And remember, you can't change the battery. You gotta bring it back to Nintendo when the battery is dead, or you buy yourself an external pack. Who cares? Or worst case scenario, you gotta plug it in while you're playing. There you go. I mean, the battery should last long, but like I said, it does run out but the charge should be longer. That's what it is. So again, the keyword there, it has to be by the end of June, even when Splatoon 2 finally comes out for the Switch, that it's still selling. People want it. That when fall starts, and again, my plan is to get one when Super Mario Odyssey comes out. When that game comes out, definitely I'm going to buy one. Because believe it or not, there was a point I was going to consider pre-ordering, and I had 2 pre-orders. Don't know why. But it just both. They canceled. I said, you know what? If I'm still going to buy for Breath of the Wild, you know what? I got my Wii U. I'm just going to buy the Wii U version. It's good. So, there you go. My thoughts on the Switch launch versus the Wii U launch. The launch, both of them are identical. It was sort of a success. However, in the long run, is a key thing. The Switch already close to 2 million selling because it had more games. Wii U in the beginning, even had a lot of launch games, they didn't really have a lot of indie games. They didn't have and the problem the game that they had was also, if you have a PS3 or 360, why get a Wii U version? Unless Wii U is the only one you have. So again, the keyword there for the Switch, by the end of at least 3 months, by the end of June of 2016. And remember, E3 is on the beginning of June, so I'm going to be covering that, giving my thoughts about it. Wait and see from there. What new games are going to have for Switch? Nintendo Direct, always. And of course, very last one, Super Smash Bros. for the Switch. Let's see what happens. With that, thanks for listening.